Era Volkanovski en esta actitud. ¿Crees que está nervioso?
Retiro. Se ve para lo que vino.
It was such a good reaction. He didn't like oversell it either. It was so good.
That might be the best moment in press conference history.
I'm here, right?
It's so good.
Is that Wesley Snipes?
Honestly, I thought he looked like Blade with the jacket and the glasses. Like he looks like Blade.
What I think way more is Morpheus.
Got to start with Old Man Volk, I believe. Old Man Volk, a beautiful wardrobe choice there today.
We've done a whole video
I
about
didn't
Fighter
make the video.
Age. We've stuck him on the thumbnail of Fighter Age. So it's like, for him to do this is the best way. Not to come out being like, oh, I'm going to prove you're wrong. You're all fucking talking shit. Just have a laugh with it and then let his performance do the talking.
Do you know what I think? I think it's like Eminem in 8 Mile, where he's like, tell me something you don't know about me. He's like, here, look, I'm old, sure, I'm a dress up. Like, what are you going to say now, Ilia?
Mowdy, here, tell these people something they don't know about me.
Everybody in the
313,
Anaheim area code. Whatever Anaheim's area code is.
You know, most of your opponents in the past have, said that they could beat you, but they offered you a lot of respect. Ilia hasn't really offered you that respect.
Don't even compare me with his past opponents.
Well, what do you make of it?
That is kind of a crazy thing to say, though, right?
Yeah.
What did he say? Compare
he said,
me?
Don't compare me to his past opponents. When his past opponents are like Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, even Brian Ortega.
Also, I say who he has fought none of.
Yeah.
So like there's no scale of where we can be like, oh yeah, fair enough.
I love the bravado though, man. Like I think it's really entertaining. It's really fun. And as a fighter, I think you have to be that level of confident because it's not like when somebody wakes up and says, oh, I want to be a pretty good musician. I want to be a pretty good sculptor. I don't know, whatever else you can think of. He's trying to be the best on the planet at something. So you kind of have to be confident. And you're also going in there to kill each other. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I think Volk has that. I mean, when Volks come up, I mean, he absolutely had that. I remember when he was fighting Aldo, the kind of things he was saying to Aldo. He wasn't disrespectful, but he was like, yeah, I'm going to whoop his ass.
What do you make of that energy that he's bringing, that lack of respect?
Shut the fuck up,
what do you make of that?
Shut the fuck up.
By the way, I love the way he says, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. It's like,
There's always a good start to appeal to your fans, telling them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
Shut the fuck up.
plenty of people have done that, right? It's kind of like a heel move, telling the crowd to shut up. Like,
yeah, it's good.
you don't like pro wrestling terms, do you?
why are you using pro wrestling
I don't
terms?
know, bro. How else do I describe
I don't
it?
think you've ever seen pro wrestling in
I
your
haven't
life.
really, but like, how else do you describe playing against the crowd like that?
I think he knows that Volk is the fan favorite, so he's just embracing it,
He got
right?
booed to shit when he walked out, so he probably realised then as well. Imagine coming from a place where everyone thinks you're like the coolest guy on the planet to then like America where everyone's just booing the shit out of you. Like,
I think this old man needs
Shut up.
this young fella a lesson. What do you reckon?
You can dress.
it just cuts through that like brashness with like some comedy, just like straight through it.
Especially to American ears, that sounds so old because nobody says reckon in the United States unless you're like a prospector from the 1800s.
Yeah,
like
old
nobody says reckon.
For 2 years, I slept with a rattlesnake in my bed.
You already know what's gonna happen. You just came ready for the retirement. Look how you look. As an old
Get
man.
a good spanking, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Alex
that's
laughing
the
at that.
worst because that's a great line from Ilia to come back with, and it's just like, nah, it doesn't matter. It's just like you said, it's like hot knife again. It's like, nah.
He said he's gonna humble me. Stand up and do something. Humble me. I'm here, right?
See, I thought that was Daniel Cormier for a second.
I'm here, right?
It's so good. Seems a bit like he's trying his best, but like I think
Yeah, but
Volk has
imagine-
absolutely just kind of flattened it all.
Imagine if any one of Connor's opponents just met his intensity with like comedy.
Tapora's even having trouble being intense. And
Right,
it's
yeah,
kind of like
exactly,
trying to get it out of Volk, but it's like,
So yeah, that's a pretty good one. That was a good one.
Trolling
Yeah.
him, man.
I personally don't understand the Connor comparisons.
oh, you're doing a.
Are you doing
I'm
a
doing a
joke?
thing.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Fuck's sake.
I was like, you want me to
Cut that.
explain it?
Cut
Like,
that last 10 seconds.
I don't
God.
get it at all.
You got it.
You see me in an old man outfit, now he wants to be a hard fella. Hey, how about that?
Sit down.
Hey, I won't be
and then he tells him to sit down, stand up, sit down. It's like, what the fuck? He's old, dude.
It's
He
the-
can't get up
It's
and
the
down.
mind games.
Trash talk doesn't always make sense, does it?
No. Look at Anik's face in that freeze frame right there. He's like,
He loves it.
Dude, money.
I'm gonna humble you. I'm gonna show you levels. I'm gonna warp the floor with
Kind
you.
of hard to.
I'm gonna.
He just said, "I'm gonna walk the floor with you."
Well, he also said, "I'm gonna humble you," right? It's,
wipe the floor is the expression, not walk the floor. We're gonna walk together.
Oh, I don't think anyone expected Volk to come out in a character.
With
it's just something about how he looks over those glasses as well. It's just so funny and disarming. It's just like he just looks like such a nice man.
You see that belt?
Yeah,
That's
I've
the
seen it
last
for
day
a
you
while
enjoy
now, and
that
I'll
belt.
keep seeing it. I don't see too well, but I'll be alright.
I don't see too well.
I'm gonna take your head off.
I'll just have one last
How
one.
about this guy, eh? How about it? Conor McGregor wanna be, huh? How about this bloke?
That is a direct line. I'm gonna take his head clean off.
Yeah, it literally is. There's actually a lot stolen
Yeah.
from the hype on this one.
Talking about red panty night. He likes to wear the red panties.
That's a good line.
It's even better because he's kind of like being this old guy, so it's kind of even funnier when it's like the old guy gets the joke wrong. He's like, he likes to wear the red panties. It's like, it's even funny.
And you all will become an instant fan, so shut the fuck up right now.
I think that's his best line. You all become instant fans, so shut the fuck up.
It's really fucking good.
To be fair to Ilia there, so what we've had 4 champions ever in featherweight, and all of them are basically goats.
Yeah.
I mean, Conor, you know, maybe not, but he's
Yeah.
obviously been the guy for X, Y, Z. He could become the evolution of mixed martial arts, but do you think in his performances so far we have seen what he's saying?
He's like, I think Ilia for me is a guy that's not only someone who's like, you know, he quit school at 15 to dedicate himself. So he's like super dedicated, but he's also gifted. Like he's actually gifted.
Evolution, I think, is a bit of a stretch of a word, but obviously in his lane of what he's developed, he's very skilled.
I
To
think
say
he's-
you're more evolved than somebody like Max Holloway is a
Well,
tall
he's not
order,
more
and
evolved
of course than Volk,
Volkanovski, right? Volkanovski's like, he is the next guy. He might be like one of the most well-rounded guys on the entire roster, right? So
Now, some of you can come upstairs and do something.
I like fight the crowd.
Anyway, that's where it kind of like the bravado crosses a line a bit, and you're like, oh, hang on a minute. He seems like he's pretty pissed off. So.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 people. Do something.
They just run up on
Not
stage.
one of you. Oh yeah, this is really interesting.
I love the fact that there's no attention drawn to me, so I appreciate it. Volk with the gimmick.
He's kind of relishing the fact that he's not having to promote this as much.
To be honest, I don't know, but I think he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I think
because
you're right.
he's come out and said that this is it.
Yeah,
if I don't beat Merab, then I'm retiring. And then with the Sterling fight, wasn't a great performance, particularly.
I think the problem was he
Close.
looks like a flyweight next to
right
the
about that as
height
well.
of Aljo. Aljo was just so much bigger, and we saw that with John Jones versus Daniel Cormier. Cormier was an Olympian level. John Jones definitely wasn't. He didn't even do the full-on college experience. So, but I also wonder if this has to do with the fact that he's probably not getting pay-per-view points for this either.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to promote as much. He gets to remove a bit of that and just focus on winning.
But I think a lot of people probably find it quite refreshing that he's just there as a professional and not doing like some crazy bravado.
he's not got like some sponsored pillow ad
Yeah,
where
and if
he's throwing.
If he does win, I think that will probably endear him to some of those haters a little bit more as well, maybe.
Yeah.
I was never a big cringe fan anyway. I really just
Nothing cringy
like him
about
as a
this,
fider.
right?
Yeah.
Nothing cringy about
A win over Merab gets you back to the title picture. You know, fight either the Trans Barbie or Mr. 5045.
Well, just as we said that, Jesus Christ.
And I'm gonna make Mexican people happy.
You can't say this press conference it doesn't have character, man. Holy crap. There's so many
Hernandez
personalities.
is giving him a round of applause.
Bro,
Like,
okay? I'm gonna represent Mexico. I'm February 17th. Let's go.
Pseudo is obviously Mexican American,
Oh.
and he's made claims
Yeah.
before in the past that
Yeah.
I'm fully American, that's why I represent America. So
he's-
Merab's trying to play on the fact that because he's such a proud Georgian and he's doing it for his country, he's taking the mick out of Cejudo.
well, Cejudo's
Is that Wesley Snipes?
Honestly, I thought he looked like Blade with the jacket and the glasses. Like he looks like Blade.
What I think way more is Morpheus.
Morpheus, he looks like Morpheus. But I'm sure Jeff Neal's like, yeah, this is what I was going for. Like
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say...
Fuck your question.
yeah, kind of.
First of all,
The last time I was here was 2019 against Romero. It was a great fight, and I love to be here one more time for you guys. Yes, I have lived here in Witcher, very close to here, Orange County. Somebody from Orange County right here?
What? He's saying he's lived in Orange County.
Is anyone else from Orange County?
Yeah.
Orange
County. But he seems really motivated and he's in really good shape. He's not fought for a while. Like on the Embedded, he looked really like quick and he was throwing all these kicks and stuff. So interesting fight. Like
his coach has been saying he's been training constantly since he was scheduled with Chimaev.
Camp. You gotta like wonder actually, like who is more motivated? Like, you can't speak to either. Like, which is just speculation, but like Whittaker has had the belt, and now maybe it feels like he's like kind of in his like I don't know, relaxed days. I don't know what to say, but like he's taking on whoever and he's fighting. I'm sure he wants to win the belt, but the guy Costa lost to, who is no longer champion, whereas Whittaker, the champion, he's already lost the champion. So in terms of getting back to a title shot, Paulo probably doesn't
clears the lane a little bit more.
I think he probably feels like he's got a good chance against Dricus du Plessis if those two run at each other in the middle of the cage. So
I don't do a lot of talking, man. I'm fighting
Morpheus.
I'm gonna go out there. We're gonna put on the show.
This is the jacket and the glasses.
It's like sparkling and everything.
Ian Gary, obviously people have been waiting to hear from you.
Oh, the booze for Ian. I like how he just soaks it in. He's just like, what?
Go on.
There isn't many. There's not really another way to handle that situation, is there? You could do Ilia. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't think it's going to work, though.
It's just so mad how this is carried over into now we're booing him in person. I know people have problems with the Neil Magny thing, what he did. Well, actually, he explained in his media day that he's happy for people to take shots at him as he wants to take shots at his opponent. But then that's where we keep it. That's the line. We don't go past that.
Imagine trying to tell that to an online community of people.
Well, yeah, and also the things he was bringing up about Neil, it's kind of a grey area.
Yeah, because he was talking about him as a father, so that kind of does include your family, even if indirectly. I don't give a fuck who he's dating.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck who she used to date. I mean, there definitely is some weird aspects to it. I'll definitely admit that, but I also don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to me that many people are doing Keeping Up with the Kardashians for the bros on this one.
Like, the fight is so fucking good. Like, two insane strikers, like a real smooth technical guy against like a powerhouse. Like, what a fucking fight.
Every single one of you was here to see me. I'm gonna get my hand raised Saturday night and I'm gonna silence every single one of you. I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna get my hand raised in spectacular fashion. That's it. That's my only job.
So loud, those boos.
I'll shake your hand if you're willing to shake mine.
I got you, bro.
There you go.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I want to shake his hand.
Yeah, look, that's why I want to be active. I want a clear guy in featherweight. My story at lightweight's not over. I still want that double champ status. So, like I said, this old dog's still got plenty of time in him, and that's what I want as well.
That's surprising to hear.
Yeah, that's the discussion going around at the moment, isn't it? It's like, even if he beats Ilia, who's there? Volk's saying he wants a clear guy. Mozart is the next guy. He's undefeated. He's like ranked number 5. But has he done enough to get a title shot, or do we just throw him in anyway because why not? And you could argue that maybe Mozart has had the better competition. Obviously, he's only fought Arnold Allen, really. If he wins this, do you want to see him at featherweight again, or do you think he's forced up to lightweight? Volk has said himself, and I can't remember where this is from, but he is happy to fight a ranked opponent at lightweight. So he's not about going straight for the title, because I think he's realistic in the fact that he's probably not going to get Islam off just another featherweight performance.
If Islam defends the belt for like 3 years, it's like, is he going to get another fight with Makhachev? Maybe, I don't know, but
I would more than be happy to watch Volk versus Islam again with appropriate training camp. Everyone's prepared when it makes sense, not just right away, because
it needs some time, man. Yeah, we had a whole video about this. There's essentially a lightweight Grand Prix going on right now. So there's a lot of contenders that Islam needs to fight now.
Against the judge oldu. He was the same records with you.
I thought that was Merab.
Same records with you.
Alex just like, hang on a minute.
Paulo, you weren't one of the people that were cheered on the most when you walked in this arena. What tips would you give
Loves
What
it.
tips would you give to a foreign athlete to conquer the public like you did?
I'm gonna do my best to bring the best fight ever for you guys. The people main event gonna happen before the real main event. The only way is after beating him is fight for the belt. This is my goal.
I should say it is amazing just how much the secret juice gimmick and a few tweets have like made his career so much better.
Well,
like in terms of the fan interaction.
He snowballed on it. Like he had the secret juice gimmick, but with the whole iPad presentation, or whatever it was. Like, yeah, but he's done a great job. Like he's a very entertaining guy. Just like
I think it's just one of the cases of just being yourself again.
This jacked, like handsome guy, but he's like a massive goofball who just like trolls. So it's like you don't get that very often.
You can literally see those two joking. He's like, maybe I'll rip my shirt off. You can see Ian Gary over here just like, yeah, that would be hilarious.
Dana after the fight on Saturday for the senior citizen bonus.
Like it.
For citizens bonus.
Senior citizen.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it like works perfectly.
What's that, Shuddy?
Yeah.
What's that?
Exactly.
I don't know if they've found something for UFC 300. Maybe I can go and save the show there as well. I ain't lying about that. Like I said, this old man's got a lot of dog left in him, so
For the UFC
let's
300,
go.
you're gonna still being in the hospital, be recovering.
Don't interrupt Abuelo when he's talking. Abuelo is talking.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna take his lights out in the first. Preparado para el retiro. Se ve para lo que vino.
That was such a good reaction. He didn't like oversell it either. It was so good.
That might be the best moment in press conference history.
It just woke me up. Sorry about that.
That's between them, man. Like I personally just want to fight. I gotta get through this hair transplant.
Good one.
Once I get through him, obviously, like I said, fight for the belt, and then yeah, of course, 145 is still the mission.
Do you think he's saying it like that because, like you said, the pressure's on? He's trying to stay serious. He's trying to build business.
No pay-per-view points.
He's not overly confident. He's usually overly confident. So it's like, how much of that is?
Is he really overconfident, or is he trying to sell a fight, though? I think he's just kind of dropped the gimmick, yeah, because of all the pressure, and he's not getting pay-per-view
I think
points.
you're right.
I just think there's no real incentive for him to distract himself with anything else. Just focus on the fight.
Last one for you, old man Volk. We've seen Ilia walking around with a belt. What does it mean to you if you're going to get that belt wrapped around you on fight night?
That's what I've always said. You want to earn your shit, not shit given to you. He took advantage of taking a photo with the belt, and
I don't understand the comparisons to Conor.
Yeah, I think this hasn't done a lot for Topuria, this press conference.
I think it's amazing because if he wins, I think you're going to be like, oh shit, that arrogance was really well placed. I think it'll age better. I think what it is, they're both doing good promotional things. I don't care if it's necessarily a copy of Conor. I mean, Conor wasn't the only person to do shit like that. Like Chael Sonnen literally wore a fake belt to the Anderson Silva press conference. I mean, it's not a crazy thing to say, I'm going to take your most prized possession on the planet aside from family. You know, it's like, I'm literally going to take that shit and try to piss you off.
For me, I don't quite fully see the hype yet. So many borrowed lines from Conor. And that's the thing, I have to give it to Topuria because English isn't his first language and he's trying to do everything he can to get him out there. I do commend him for trying and being this character against someone who Volk is normally quite reserved. So you do have to do more. It just seems like quite a facade because when they're facing off, it's like, I really respect you, but I'm just trying to follow my dreams. We all understand what he's doing.
I think Ilia Topuria is a cocky son of a bitch. I think he absolutely is.
He is, definitely. I think
he totally is this person.
I don't think he's this guy.
I know he's ratcheting it up, but he's trying to, like, whatever it is, you know, even if he's trying to bait that, like, oh, you're just trying to act like Conor.
Yeah.
People talk trash in the schoolyard all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to remember, like, yeah, definitely a lot of this is for us. Maybe he wouldn't have grabbed the belt if it was in the schoolyard, but people talk trash all the time. And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's talking trash to get in his opponent's head because they're going to fight. Anywhere it goes, this dude is going to be tough for anybody. If Volk dispatches that, I think it just makes Volk look that much better. So I think it's a win-win for everybody, personally.
like I said, you may as well take advantage of it now. You're never going to see it again. Not until I teach you a lesson. Maybe one day you could be a great champion. I'm going to kick your ass first. You'll learn your lesson. Maybe you can bounce back after that. But till then, get your hands off my belt.
So good, man. Volk is so sharp.
Who's got the next question? That's it.
Secret
Who's got the
juice.
next question?
They just saw one of the craziest things I've seen in a press conference in a long time. They're like, "Oh, there's Costa, secret juice
as well."
For some reason, he doesn't rip it, and that might be an expensive shirt.
Yeah, the shirt.
And look at Ian, dude. Ian's losing his mind. Final impressions. What do you think of this presser? What's your takeaway? Are you more hyped for the fight?
I am
now?
more hyped for the fight. It's going to be sick. I like the back and forth, even between Cejudo and Merab. You know, you understand what the mindset is with Ian and Jeff going into it, but definitely, yeah, like the back and forth between Volk and Ilia. That's great. That's one of the best gimmicks in the last 10 years.
I think there's a lot of potential for fight of the nights on every bout on the main card.
Yeah.
Like, I know Kopylov and Hernandez didn't really say much, but that
Amazing
still could
fight.
be the best fight of the night.
Both finishers, both killers.
I thought it was an amazing press conference because it was legitimately who everyone is. Like, there's Costa ripping his shirt open because he's a funny dude. Ilia Topuria is a cocky guy. He was being very cocky. Volk showing he's really funny. He's an old man. That's who he is. He really is an old man. Merab, you know, being his charming, goofy self as well. Everybody was themselves, and ironically, so was even Cejudo. He was like, chill this time. I was already hyped for the fights before, but I'm even more hyped now. You guys are just watching this edited version of this, but we went on for over an hour on this because there were so many good moments, and we only reacted to about 12 minutes of the press conference. You guys are seeing that short version on here. You can watch the full version if you just become a member for $2.99. And if you want to get special privileges like writers' meetings and things like that to help us come up with ideas, happy endings, the hell, $7.99 for that at a new low price, which is about half of what it was before. So yeah, definitely consider being a member, signing up, and getting those perks.